While thousands of protesters have descended on airports across the country, hundreds of attorneys have volunteered their services as well, pledging to help those detained, including a rotating team of lawyers at New York's Kennedy Airport. Camille Mackler is one of those attorneys. She's an immigration lawyer, director of legal initiatives for the New York Immigration Coalition, and she joins me now via Skype from JFK International Airport. Camille, thanks for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
So you've been at JFK on and off since these protests erupted over the weekend. Tell us what you and your colleagues have been doing there.
We've been lawyers, hundreds of lawyers have come over to JFK to try to help the individuals who are being caught up in this ban and the families, trying to get information for the families who are waiting for their loved ones, and trying to help file legal challenges for the ones who are being detained. At first, it started with filing as many legal challenges as we could, and now that the stay is in place, is sort of making sure that that's happening, and also taking information for a potential future class action, or just for general knowledge of what's happening and a better understanding of what's happening.
Well, what's the biggest concern among family members that you've talked to who are here in the U.S. about their own relatives who may be refugees?
So we haven't actually seen a lot of refugees. It's mainly been people from, these 7 countries. A lot of them have lives in the United States. They either already had lives that they're trying to return to, or they've been waiting for years for paperwork and they're trying to get those lives started. And that's what, that's sort of what's being put on hold. And so a lot of fear. We had some kids waiting for their mother, I think, on the first day. But it's turning more into an issue with people being prevented from coming to the United States in the first, people being prevented from boarding flights at their port of entry.
Camille, you're breaking up a little bit there, apologies, but I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm wondering what your communication has been like with officials there on the ground. Do you get a warning, for instance, when a detainee might be released, and do you have all detainees accounted for essentially at this point?
No, we have no communication with them whatsoever. We have no idea how many people have actually come through. We're just basing this on how many families we're connecting with at the terminals. We have lawyers at all the terminals trying to connect with families or other people. Sometimes travelers were traveling together and they got separated, so we're getting that information. We have had no communication, and we and others have tried and have not been able to connect to official government channels like we used to be able to.
Can you talk to me, Camille, about the legal challenges that lie ahead? Do you think that this could go all the way to the Supreme Court?
I think so. I think it depends. I think on our end, I'm fairly certain that we would be. Ready to take it. Obviously, that's a question for the ACLU, since they're the ones leading the challenges. But on the government end, I guess we'd have to see what they're willing to do.
All right. Immigration attorney Camille Mackler. Camille, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.